Ma'am,
Good morning.
can you please state your full name for the record?
Ashley Alexander.
Ma'am, are you currently employed?
Yes, ma'am.
Where do you work?
Call center.
Okay. How long have you done that?
22 years.
22 years? If you can get closer to the
ma'am.
microphone, please. And
Turn that microphone down too.
yeah. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So ma'am, I'd like to ask you, do you know or did you know Nilexia Alexander?
Yes, ma'am.
How did you know her?
I was her mother.
Okay. And were you her biological mother?
No.
How did you come in contact with Nilexia Alexander?
I adopted her.
And how did you go about that process?
I was her foster mother.
If you could look this way, ma'am. Okay, thank you. You were her foster mother?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How long were you her foster mother?
2 years.
2 years. When did you become Nilexia Alexander's foster mom? What age was she?
She was
She was
2 years old.
2 years old. In the foster, when you go through the foster mother process, does it automatically go to a point where you can then adopt the child, or how did it happen in this particular situation?
She went through the foster care. Her parents lost legal rights, and I was able to adopt her.
Her parents did what?
Lost their legal rights.
Okay. And you you were able to adopt her?
Yes, ma'am.
Why did you make the decision to do so?
I fell in love with Nilexia and her sister.
Okay. How old was Nilexia when she was ultimately adopted?
4.
And you said that you fell in love with her and her sister. How old was her sister?
1.
Okay. How old were you when you adopted Nilexia Alexander and her sister?
I was 27.
You were 27 years old?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have other children?
No, ma'am.
Were you married?
No, ma'am.
You just elected to adopt 2 children
Yes,
on your
ma'am.
own?
Yes.
Okay. At some point, did Nilexia start asking you about her father?
Yes, ma'am, she did.
Okay. And did that lead you to then have a conversation with Nilexia?
Yes, ma'am.
And at some point, did you tell her that she was adopted?
Yes.
Objection calls for hearsay.
I'll sustain the objection.
Did you have a conversation with Nilexia about her biological parents?
Yes, ma'am, I have.
And based on that, did that cause some type of reaction from Nilexia?
Yes, ma'am.
Relevance.
Overruled.
I'll ask you again. Did that cause some kind of reaction from Nilexia?
Yes, ma'am.
And what was that reaction?
She started running away.
Okay. And do you personally know why she was running away?
Looking for her parents.
Okay. At what age did she begin to do this?
11.
Okay. And when this would happen, when Nilexia would run away, did you file any type of report or notification?
Every
Objection
time.
Relevance.
I'll sustain that.
Okay. Did you make it clear to the police that she was running away?
Yes,
Objection
ma'am.
Relevance unto hearsay.
Well, Your Honor, may we approach?
Yes.
Okay. On April the 23rd of 2023, did you receive a call from law enforcement?
April 23rd, 2022.
April 23rd of 2022, did you receive a call from law enforcement?
Yes, ma'am, from Tampa Police Department.
I'm sorry, say
From
that?
TPD, yes.
Okay. And when you received that call, did law enforcement tell you why?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And at the time, when you received that call, was Nilexia Alexander at home on that day?
No, ma'am, she was not.
Okay. Based on that phone call, did you have to respond to a particular location?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Where did you respond to?
East 29th and Lake.
Okay. And is that in the Belmont Heights area?
It is.
Okay. And did you come in contact with anyone when you went to that location?
Other than the police department and Nilexia.
Okay, so you came in contact with law enforcement and Nilexia?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And have you had an opportunity to listen to the April the 23rd, 2022 911 call?
Yes, ma'am.
And the individual that called 911, do you recognize the voice of that person?
Yes, ma'am.
And who was that person?
That was not Lexi. It was Lexi. It was Lexi.
Okay. And you call her Lexi, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. But her official name is Nilexia?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And the phone number that she called from, this 813-447-6234, is that a number that you had bought the phone for?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so that's a number you were not aware of, is that
No,
correct?
ma'am.
Okay. Are you familiar with the area that you picked up Nilexia, this Belmont Heights area? in
Yes,
which
ma'am.
You are familiar with that area?
Yes, ma'am.
How are you familiar with that area?
I'm from East Tampa, and I have family that stays in Belmont Heights.
Okay. Well, I would like to publish State Exhibit 3A1, Your Honor.
Right.
Thank you. For the record, 35207, this individual walking towards a vehicle. Do you recognize that individual?
Yes, ma'am.
How?
The walk, the hair, the ponytail.
Okay. Who is that?
That's Nilexia.
Okay. Do you recognize this vehicle
No, ma'am, I do
that
not.
she's walking towards? Okay. Publishing State Exhibit 3B.
Granted.
Do you recognize the individual depicted in this video?
Yes, ma'am.
Who is that?
That's Nilexia.
Okay.
That's Nilexia.
Okay. And do you recognize her in any particular way, based on any particular thing?
Her walk, her hair,
Okay.
skin tone.
Okay. Do you recognize this?
No, ma'am, I do not.
Do you recognize this vehicle?
No, ma'am, I do not.
This vehicle here, do you recognize it?
No, ma'am, I do not.
Did you know, and I'm talking about in May of 2022, did you know Ronny Walker?
No, ma'am.
Did you know Robert Creed?
No, ma'am.
Your Honor, may I have a moment?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. I remember the questions.
Cross-examination.
No, we have no questions, thank you, ma'am.
May this witness be excused?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am. The state should be calling this witness.